On the table today at Squirrel Stampede, we've got the F1 squirrels out on the tracks, and wow, are they going fast! Careful, squirrels, careful! That's right, it's the LEGO F1 Formula 1 CMF collectible minifigures collection on the table today. And the squirrels have got these racers primed up and ready to fly. Look at them go. This is faster than their typical work on telephone wires, squirrels. There are 12 of these F1 Formula cars to look for, and they're actually kind of a nice little change of pace from the typical minifigure. And if you're like me and do not want to spend much more on these larger size cars, I think these smaller cars are the better option. Although, are there really enough F1 fans out there for this, or does LEGO and F1 want us to be fans? Anyhow, look at them go. Look at those squirrels go. I never knew they could go so fast on F1 cars. And I hope they researched and installed the proper wheel balance for that upcoming turn. Oh! No, look out, look out. Oh! Oh, gosh. Oh, no, squirrels. So it turns out the squirrels are incredibly fast on F1 racers. They just don't know how to turn.
Squirrel Stampede.
Please like,
Share.
and subscribe.
This is LEGO Formula 1 CMF Series 71049, 29 pieces per box. Can you even call this a CMF series, or would you call this a CCMF series collectible car minifigures? Or CF1MF collectible Formula 1 minifigures? I'm all in on it though. I like collecting and building mini cars. There's just something zippy about a mini car. And I like it when they change the rules on a minifigure collection every once in a while. Say, how about a LEGO CMF Galador collection, right? Alright, let's see what's in this first car. You can just hear all the pieces shaking around inside. So it's certainly more to build in a typical CMF box. There's the main F1 chassis, there's a printed rim, and there's this guy's head. So I am by no means an F1 knowledgeable squirrel. I have no idea really who these guys are, what they are driving. Are these even tractors? This is tractor racing, right? I mean, after years of watching Top Gear and the Grand Tour, there are names I recognize like McLaren, Ferrari, and this build, Haas? Okay, I don't know them all. And so maybe where squirrels are souring on this collection is the fact that the car is built the same way 12 different times. So with maybe the 12 cars collected today, we might be able to build these in our sleep towards the end. And so we just might have to get creative on these builds where things are gonna get a little bit stale. I like to start the build by adding the doors, because it feels like the most boringest part. Then I mix it up and add the front. You gotta install a Mr. Fusion, so it's these three pieces right here, and it kinda looks like this, going right behind the driver. To keep our driver safe, we need one of these. I can't tell if this is a safety bar or if it's a steering column. I don't believe it's steering, I think it's just that thing that wraps around the car. Now, if you really want some ASMR fun, it's all about the click of these wheels. I don't know, how would they do it in the pros? Would they put on the rims first and then the tires? Probably. I should have put this old little wedge in here before I put the flux capacitor, but I still got it. And this might be a good time to wrap those wheels. So this is the part that might just enrage all the classic old school CMF collectors. All you get of a minifigure is the neck stem, an unprinted headpiece. I mean, it really could have been anything, like even a skeleton head would have worked. And then a pretty cool racing helmet, actually. So technically, you're not really building a minifigure, you're more like building this minifigure merged with a car. And for the final step, which I like to save for the end, is the spoiler, which it doesn't really lift up very high. It's kind of a low-end spoiler of the, put it on upside down, of the Haas logo. And so there is our CF1MF mini racer, F1 racer. It's cute, I like it. I don't know if it's worth getting 12 of these. I'm not sure why I did, other than I got wrapped up into the app. And so here are the two cars I have built so far, the Haas and the Ferrari. I like the Ferrari a lot. I mean, who wouldn't? It's such a classic name. It's got a lot more name recognition than Haas does. And it's in a beautiful cherry red. If I were just getting like 3 in the collection, I think this one would be in those 3. Interesting that the helmets are identical on the racers in these. I think they could have done something to have differentiated those better. And are they fast? They're pretty fast. I guess the fun feature of this is the quickest way to fill a racetrack with 12 full cars. It would take forever and be way more expensive if you went the other route with all the larger car sets. Ooh, we may have just got a pretty green car. Ah, the Aston Martin. If you're a James Bond squirrel, this one is for you. And I think would be a racer I would put in my top 3. And so, back to building cars. Mixing it up a little bit, let's start with the wheels. I like those rims that are printed. Printed rims add a little extra detail to these. And well, again, the most exciting part, the doors. Wait a second, why am I calling them doors when they're not really doors? They're just the sides of the racers. Now, I don't know, this might be the first custom option. If you want, you can kind of move the doors in either way. Now, the red car here up top is how they want you to place on those sides, but you know, I think every once in a while I'm gonna curve them down just for a little bit of a difference. I think it kind of looks like an F1 either way. Mr. Fusion Flux Capacitor time. I have no idea what this actually is. It might just be an F1 racer, I'll tell you that. Whoops, I knew I was gonna do that. In my speed, I accidentally got the front of the car mixed up with one of the doors. I guess the highlight of this series, it's all printed pieces for the front hood and that back spoiler. And here we go. Build up our front, favorite part. And I need to pay more attention, I got the cheese wedge in the wrong spot. Goes back there, along with the flux capacitor. Then we can install the next stop. Once again, a unlabeled head. Could have been just like a dude. They could have put his face on there. Why? Why not? Add some tires.
Oh no!
Break off the front bumper and a crash. Spectacular. Oh, forgot the safety harness thing. Maybe because it's not included. Ah, it was jammed on in with the guide. That's why I didn't see it. Gotta always make sure all the pieces spill out freely. And let's see, are we about done with this one? Gotta get Aston Martin on the back there spoiler. So what do you think of this one, squirrels? We now have a nice green racer in the field, along with red and whitish red. Going to need to build more and fill up our racetrack. Who do we got next, Mirage? So with this one, let's have a speed challenge. Let's time myself, how fast it takes me to open box, assemble pieces, and have our car at the ready. All right, start your engines, and here we go. Ooh, might be the McLaren, pretty orange. I like this one. Get those wheels installed. Making sure rims are visible. Going to skip the formalities and get this going as fast as I can, getting the spoiler on first. I can feel the heat of the build as we go. Things are getting stressful. Where's the cheese wedge? Where's the cheese wedge? Ah, wrong spot, wrong spot. Pieces so tiny, hard to pick up. Wheels. Ah, the stress, the stress. And finish! 2 minutes and 19 seconds to build the McLaren? That took forever! I really thought I was going to get the build in under a minute just by knowing how to build, but it's all the tiny pieces and finding them has been the challenge. Look at the base of this racer, by the way. There is a spot here to lock it into something, if you will. I do not know if this has ever been used before, or if this is a new piece. Probably is for the series. I have not really talked about the chassis at all. But this is actually the third car I would have chose. I actually have the McLaren in a larger set build. I have yet to build this one. I chose this one because I do like the McLaren name again, and it's got Google wheels. So it felt like the closest thing to a YouTuber's F1 that I can think of. So maybe I'll get this built on a short sometime. So I've quickly assembled the team that I would pick up even if I was not reviewing. I would have totally picked up Ferrari, McLaren, and the Aston Martin in this series any day. Of course, after building these, I would definitely want a blue one, so let's keep looking for the blue, whatever brand that one is. Alright, next F1 build is going to be, what box will we choose? Ah, Mirage says this one over here, way back here. I can't say if buying all 12 of these is going to be fun, but buying a few of these is certainly entertaining. It's going to be such a weird bag or box of all these minifigures collected and then a bag box of F1 racers. Ooh, I got something blue, kind of blue, red, and white. Where's our spoiler? What is this one? Is this like a generic F1 car? The Mercedes up top has a similar spoiler. I think it's this one. It's not really labeled at all. What does it say in the minifig scan app? It's build number 8, the V-Carb. Anybody know what the V-Carb is? Oh, it's for the Visa Cash App Racing Bulls, the Formula One racing team formerly known as AlphaTauri and Toro Rosso. It's an Italian team and constructor that has been competing in Formula One since 2024. Their sister team to Oracle Red Bull Racing. Oh, I want a Red Bull car. The real question now is, can I beat 2 minutes and 19 seconds? That's a pretty hard number to beat, I think. So here we go. Ready, set, go. Soft hands. Soft hands. Use soft hands. Anticipate the next piece. Anticipate the next piece. Soft hands. Don't fumble. Don't fumble. Anticipate the next piece. Oh, unanticipated. I anticipated his head as the next piece. I'm dead. Okay, stay in the game, Dan. Stay in the game. Piece does not want to slam down. Focus on the door. Focus on the door, not a door. It's the side of the car. You've said that before many times. Don't even worry which direction you get the door panels on. Oh dear, I do not know which end the spoiler goes. Okay, get this steering thing in. Get this steering thing in. We're doing good. Oh no, we're losing time. We had a good moment there. Get the front bumper in. Get the thing. It won't pick up. It won't pick up. Stressful, stressful. Did not get the door mixed up with the bumper. Good news, good news. Wheels, soft wheels. Oh, we've got the flux capacitor too. That's the hardest part. Okay, I got the back wheels on. We're gonna win this. We're gonna win this. We're gonna have the best time. Get that cheese wedge in the right spot. Good job. Time wasted not. And then we've got the flux capacitor. That goes, oh, almost fumbled, almost fumbled. There we go. Get that in. And the helmet, the helmet, the helmet, the helmet. Done. 1 minute 23. 1 minute 23. I knew I could do it. That was intense, and I even got the back spoiler in the right direction. I was a little stressed on that one. I didn't know if I got that, but there we have it, the Visa Racer, the V-Carb. A little metallic shine on the driver's helmet. That's not a bad little touch. Fun little bluish red racer. It's nice to kind of fill up the field with colors. Uh-oh, we're not even halfway through with the builds of this series. We gotta do an alt build on this, or people are gonna get bored and tune out. I'm gonna have to think as creative as I can to build something to make this next one different. It's actually too bad we didn't get 2 different styles of build. That would have helped these a little bit. It's another red. and white car, but it's not the Haas. This is different. This is different. I have an F1 plated panel here, so we've got something different for sure. So in the minifig scan, this is the 12th car here at the bottom, the F1 silver gray. Okay, so it's more silver gray, which is nice. That's a good color to build with. Okay, is there any way to make this car look more interesting than the others? Well, we can just get these wheels on, because I don't think there's going to be any other arrangement we can do with that. So what could we do with the front wing? It would be kind of fun up front as always, but maybe somewhere else. Really not many places for it. We can go on the side perhaps, but that's going to take up all the other real estate. So I guess I'm going to leave it up front. It'll still kind of have that front wing F1 spoiler look. As for the doors, maybe I can lift them up. That would be different. I'll lift the doors sides up. And then that would make a crunch time for the driver. So we'll just place him on the back. Place the driver up here. Ah! What is happening? Maybe this thing could represent the driver's arms too. So something like that. And then I have a lot of this crumple in the way. Kind of like his engine. Vroom vroom. Let's replace this cheese wedge now with the F1 logo as a hood, and then put the cheese wedges here on the base, on the side panels. And so here is your alternate racer. Oh, these could be pipes too. These could be like exhaust pipes. I didn't think I could do it. I don't usually build my own mocks, but I think we've got an alternate design for an F1 racer. Will it be the fastest in the field, or will it wreck into the hay bales at the back of the track on the first lap? Do they still use hay bales in racing?
No.
Okay, Squirrelage, who is our next racer? And he has chosen this one back here. Good choice. Williams. Yes. I have no idea who Williams is. I wonder what other options I can do with those pipes. I think those were the best parts. I know, I'll build it backwards. So help me, I'm going the wrong way, Williams. Ooh. Not bad, not a bad design. I'm glad that we could do a little bit of tinkering with our own F1 racer custom designs. Alright, who do you like best? This is how the F1 is supposed to look like. Here's Wrong Way Williams and or the Aero Silver Dart. What is the best F1 racer in hand? And Mirage says, this Formula 1 box next. The violet, purple, blue. This one should look pretty neat. Ooh, this one has a good name. The Alpine, the 6th car. This one should be pretty fun to build. Let's do a quick speed build on this one. So not a bad little F1 build. Good colors with this one, and I like how it has two different color rims, pink in the back and blue up front. Kind of mixes it up a little bit. I've noticed sometimes I've got my wedges on in the wrong spot just now. I don't think that totally matters. So here, like with the Aston Martin, I have this in the wrong direction. So that's an easy fix. But again, I think that's so subtle, you wouldn't even notice. It does make the spoiler appear to stand out just a little more doing it that way. But yeah, the Alpine is fun. I would put this probably 4 on my list of cars to look for. Several more good looking cars on the way. Something green. What is the other green one? Yeah. I don't know. This is the worst of the worst spoiler graphic. According to the thing, it's 9 out of 12, the Sauber. Saab has an F1, huh? This one might be like the most plainest car. Let's just pop it fast.
Pop, pop.
Barry, you built this wrong. It's missing an axle. The Sauber, kind of the most plain looking car. I mean, even the Aston Martin had that nice extra yellow touch with the rims. So I kind of like this one better with the green and yellow, whereas this is just green and black. So it's really kind of plain and not the most exciting car. Let's say we try this one next. Now we've got something here, a purple one. Who is this one? I think it's the F1 Academy car, whatever that is. Is that the new guy? Does the new guy have to drive the Academy car? So it's the F1 Academy car in purple and fuchsia. I would put this in the top half of cars, probably somewhere around 5 or 6 in the collection. Maybe it's just the purple, cyan, and magenta stand out really well. This car is, however, a perfect example of the wasted opportunity of the faceless drivers. We've got an open face shield, so we can actually like see right into nothing. I gotta find us some skeleton skulls and place it in. I think that would be really funny. Barry may have just found that extra axle we were looking for earlier. And this would be number 2. Mercedes-AMG, I recognize that logo. Nice looking racer. If you like aqua teal, mostly in black with that aqua teal color. Is that the right color, am I saying? With a little extra shiny silver on that helmet. I like how at the back of the flux capacitor, a little red brick to just kind of stand out. And I think for this one, just for fun, I've got an extra piece. I'm gonna put this right there for fun. He's got a front windshield. That would mean our last car of the day. Over here, it's the number 1 car. How did we do that? How did I do that last? I was not using codes at all in this sequence. And I think we've done it. We've collected the field. This be the RB20, will it be? Finishing strong with a navy mustard ketchup run. Actually, this car is too many colors. I don't really care for this one. Once again, we can see inside that helmet too and see the faceless driver. But we've done it, we've collected all 12, and now we have the full set. So there is the LEGO F1 CMF collection. You know what? Pretty good. I kind of feel like this is the best, funnest option for collecting a wide assortment of LEGO F1 cars. It's just too unrealistic to pick up all the larger cars, although pick your favorite like I did with this McLaren. If I was on a smarter budget with these, I would not have purchased all 12, although it's awesome to see the whole field together. They really light up colorful. But either way, I would have certainly picked up the Ferrari and the McLaren, the Aston Martin, and the new favorites from the build. I like the Alpine quite a much, and the Alpine. I think the worst cars in the field are the RB20. It's kind of like a mess, and I'm not so fond of the Sauber. But if you get enough of these and do some alternate builds yourself, you can actually have a pretty good time with these, and it's kind of a nice change of pace break over the constant minifigure releases. Something a little bit different, although I really would love to see a Fortnite CMF. And that was the F1 Racer series. I was certainly attracted to them, but it'll be interesting. I could see these being shelf warmers towards the end of the summer. Unless we don't get any toys at the end of the summer, then maybe they'll actually be something we all want. If you liked today's video, please give us a squike, a squirrel eye, a squamment. What is your favorite F1 racer? Do you even know anything about F1 Racer? Because I know almost absolutely nothing. But thank you for watching anyway. That's what I have to say about that. And don't forget to send Glitch some fan mail.